This is Scott. And this is Dina. And these are their 5 pugs.
We have Milog, who's the oldest, and Lily, Huggy, and Apple, that's 4.
And 1 foster pug.
And his name is Joey, he's 9.
We have 1 to 2 pugs too many. My ideal number of pugs would be 3 to 4, with 4 kind of pushing the envelope.
Dina, however, is passionate about fostering pugs. She's an adoption coordinator for a pug rescue group and tends to take her work home with her. The latest is Puppy Mill Rescue Joey.
Here's Joe. You got it?
Oh.
This is Joey. He's our foster dog.
Yeah, he also goes by the Godfather.
So what's wrong with his? Oh my God, what's that? And what happened to him?
Joey's from a puppy mill, and when he came to the rescue, he had a damaged eye and a broken jaw and rotten teeth.
Puppy mills are such disgusting places.
Milog is the only one she acknowledges that's truly my dog.
That's what you say.
So the other 80% are her dogs. So I do 20% of the responsibility.
Scott's 20% rule is ridiculous. Does he really think that I'm going to come in and let him get away with that? Absolutely not.
I spread across probably, 5% here, 5% there, probably much more than 5%.
Well, gosh, aren't you great?
Observation continues, and Scott shows Victoria the lists Dina leaves for him when she's out of town.
Give half a tablet of allergy relief in the AM, or put the half tablet of allergy relief in cheese.
But if you could cut out the cheese, that's calories cut.
We're still on Milog. Give 1 tablet of brewer's yeast in the PM. Give 1/4 of the glucosamine and chondroitin tablet in the PM. Give 1 drop of cyclosporin in the left eye in the PM. Please make sure that you wipe Milog's butt each time she comes inside from pooping.
Dina leaves extensive notes for Scott with what to do when she goes out of town. And in one way I can understand it because she doesn't trust him. But in another way, come on, it's full on.
To see how capable Scott really is with the dogs, Victoria asks to see him in action with the dog's medication.
All right. Tell him what to do, and then you do it, Scott.
You're gonna do Milog's eye drop in the left eye, 1 drop. Okay? And then you're going to give 1/4 to Joey.
Come on, baby. No.
But before Scott can even get started, Dina's already checking in on him.
I don't know.
I'm sure he can pick her up.
I didn't know he was bringing her out here.
Oh. Hard without a jaw, isn't it? There you go.
Good. Okay. Have you any criticisms of what he did just then?
No, he did pretty well. It makes me feel good.
Okay. He's definitely got the way. All right, wait a second.
He knows how to administer. It's what to administer.
Okay. Do you have trust issues?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I think Dina's very controlling. She's a little anal about everything, and I don't think she's really allowing Scott to do many of the things that Scott could do. Can you show me how you feed them?
Yeah, sure.
Huggy, Milog, and Lily are fed in the garage.
Kind of try to feed them a little separately, given that Joey has issues and the others do. And we've been trying to feed them a little slower so that they, don't scarf it down. So we do. By the time one gets to another bowl, it's empty.
Okay. All right, let me see how you feed Joey.
Joey is our foster pug, and he has several issues of his own. The current issues are that he's food aggressive.
To keep a lid on his aggression, Joey is fed separately.
And if I run out of time, sometimes I put a little applesauce in his food just to moisten it, or I'll microwave it with water.
I suspect that Joey's had to really fight for his food in the past, and that's why he's showing aggression when Dina goes close to his food bowl. Scott, is that your normal position when Dina's feeding?
No, I feed them 5 meals and 5 breakfasts every week.
During the week, Monday to Friday, you do all the feeding. Okay.
He does, except Joey.
You feed the ones you own, but you don't feed the foster dog?
Talk to Dina why I don't feed them.
All right, wait a second.
You don't
Just
want to
take this.
have the foster responsibilities.
I don't. Again, it goes back to the more I do, Dina's just going to bring another foster into the house, and the situation's going to even be more out of control.
I think that's an excuse.
And I
And
feed
you know
the
what?
dogs that I own and we're responsible for. The foster is something Dina chooses to do on the side. Dina, do you not accept that when you brought in the foster, you
I
said,
mean, I
will
have
take
accepted
full
that. Yes,
responsibility.
I've accepted that when I get
Did
home,
I
then
choose
feed
to
him.
foster this animal?
Just to prove a point, Scott is not going to feed the foster dog. Isn't it just common sense? When you have a foster, a dog that's been through hell in a puppy mill for 8 years, that you'd want to do everything in your possible power to help this dog, I think is very wrong. It's going to be hard for me to work with him. I work with fosterers. I work with dogs that have been abused.
What's your
and
point?
for you to sit there and say, I feed the others, but I don't feed the foster dog because Dina was the one who wanted the foster dog, so therefore I don't feed it.
You're missing the entire point.
I see you sitting there on the sofa saying what you just told me.
Look at you standing there with hands on your hips.
God,
You want me to be here because I'm going to walk out right now?
just let it go.
Do you want me to be here to help you?
You do what
Are
you
you
need to
just
do.
going to sit on the sofa? I'm going to do what you want. You asked me here to help you.
Please do.
Every single dog, whether you've asked it to come in this house or not, is your responsibility too.
Way to go, Scott.
I will tell owners home truths because that's the only way that I'm going to get those dogs trained and in a happier place. I'm going to go back in the house now and see if we can get this issue resolved.
I'm angry at Scott. I'm disappointed in Scott. He's not too keen on being told he has problems.
First of all, where the disagreement between you and I, Scott, happened, it was difficult for me to see somebody sitting back there and saying, the reason why I don't feed this foster dog is Dina's dog. We've got a highly food-motivated dog there. And for him to see all the other dogs getting fed and not him being fed is actually extremely damaging to him and can cause more anxiety. All the dogs need to be fed at the same time. That means not being discriminating because one person wanted the dogs and the others didn't.
If it makes it better for Joey, we can work that out.
Okay. Dina, with you, I think it's important that you do take a little bit of a step back and allow Scott to do more. And I think you have to trust a little bit more. So are you committed to working?
Yes, I am.
I'm definitely committed.
From now on, this is where the training starts. And we're gonna leave whatever has happened in the past behind us, get together as a team, sort this problem out.
Okay. I think we can do it. I think we can make changes.
We don't know what the work is yet, though.
Victoria's next goal is to take the heat out of the dog's feeding frenzy.
These bowls are designed so that it breaks up the food a little bit, so it's actually the dogs eat a little slower. I want Scott and Dina to create a calmer environment around feeding time. You feed Huggy first, don't you? All right, well, I'd like you to make her sit. Wait.
Huggy, free.
Now let's do it with the next dog you feed.
Lily, sit. Well, Lily's doing a good job. They can get their faces in these.
Yeah.
Never seen you all go so slow.
Much less frenzied. I love it. Okay, great. Let's go and feed Apple.
Okay.
And Joey. Joey is showing signs of food aggression, so I want to change the way he is fed. I think it's better that he comes out of his crate because sometimes small areas can exacerbate aggressive response. I had the opportunity to work with Joey, and I literally started off holding the bowl and putting my hand inside the bowl. Now, I would only do that with a food-aggressive dog that has no teeth. Joey has no teeth, so I know that I'm going to be safe. I'm not going to be bitten. He responded very well. Make him look at you first. Call him
Joey.
That's it. Good. Good. Now the next time, put a bit more in. I'll put like 5 or 6 pellets in, quite a nice handful. Feeding Joey by hand from the food bowl shows Joey that people's presence near his food is not a threat. Okay, Scott, could you come and take over this feeding? I think Dina and Scott need to share the responsibility of looking after their dogs. I don't think it's going to be a 50-50 split, but I think Dina needs to do less and Scott needs to do more. That's it. Take your hand out, hold the bowl, and now you can just pet him a tiny bit. I think in the puppy mill, he never really had to eat around humans. I think they just stuff his food in the crate and then leave. So when a human does come near his food, he gets defensive, protective of it. Now you're building up trust. And after a while, he's going to be associating people with his bowl as a good thing rather than a bad thing. You can pour the rest in. There you go.
I definitely had a big part with Scott not helping as much. This has helped me to realize that he is definitely capable of helping more with the dogs.
I'm leaving for a few days, and it'll be really interesting to see how Scott and Dina work together in my absence. I would also like feeding time to be a time when all dogs are fed together. Scott, that's going to be on you. And when you are doing the feeding time, to do the hand feeding with Joey.
A few days later, Victoria checks in on Scott and Dina's progress.
Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. All right, chow down. Come on, Jojo.
All things said and done, Scott's actually doing a really good job.
Victoria comes back to Scott and Dina's home to discuss what she has seen and to make adjustments to the training.
First of all, with Joey, tell me about the food aggression now around his bowl.
He's had like 1 or 2 episodes of growling.
It is just a question of keeping on hand feeding him. I just want to commend you with the training you've done,
Thank you.
with the respect that you've shown these dogs, getting in there, working with Dina, earning Dina's trust. Good job, and carry on with the training.
Thank you.
And you know,
Thanks for all your help.
you're very welcome, and these pugs are worth it.
I'm glad that Victoria saw the progress that we made, and she was able to probably leave with a better impression of my involvement, that I have with the pugs.